Happy Juneteenth, y'all! Welcome back to the first episode of our long-running series, Would This Character Say the N-Word? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Roster Edition. Mario. We all know Mario. He's a good dude, he's working class, ally of all types of peoples. Mario does not seem like the type of guy to say it. Now Luigi, on the other hand, he would not actively say it all the time, but we've all seen him under road rage. Luigi has a deep primordial hatred bottled inside of him, so under the right circumstances, he could be pushed to say it. Peach would not say it because she is a political representative of the Mushroom Kingdom, so she would not want to cause an international incident. Bowser, as far as I know, he's the only character in this list who has canonically said it in a video game. Daisy. Even though Daisy is also a princess, ain't nobody give a fuck about Sarasa Land, the Liechtenstein of the Mario world. Daisy would say it in the positive way, like how we refer to each other with the soft A, and when someone calls her out on it, she would then claim that she has an N-word pass because like her great-grandmother's second husband was a quarter black. By the way, an N-word pass is not a real thing. If someone claims to have given you an N-word pass, they are trying to get you jumped. There is no reciprocity in these streets with the fabled N-word pass. Dr. Mario, who is literally Mario again. So again, I do not think he would say it because he does not want to get a bad review on ZocDoc, but he would still get some bad reviews on ZocDoc because he would misdiagnose certain types of people, which sadly is a real thing that happens. Rosalina, she spent her life in space, and as such, she would not have received that learned behavior, so she probably would not say it. Unless maybe if she was playing basketball and then dunked on someone since she's like 8 feet tall and would be like, yeah, that's right. Now with a hard R, of course. Piranha Plant. Plants cannot talk. Plants can't talk. Bowser Jr. and duplicates. They're all rowdy shithead kids, and more importantly, they're all gamers. All 8 of them would use it in COD lobbies. Now we got the Kongs, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. I have not played every Donkey Kong game, and I know he talks in the TV show, but in the game, the Kongs can't talk, I'm pretty sure. Other characters in their games do talk, but I don't think Donkey or Diddy ever do. Now King K. Rool, I think he can talk. I didn't make it that far in Donkey Kong Country, but would he say it? But before I make any judgments, I would first like to know what cargo is inside of those large wooden ships of his. Ahem. But until then, if he's a Bayou Gator, he's probably smart enough not to say it unless he wants to become a pimp's next pair of dress shoes. Link, Young Link, and Toon Link do not talk. They are silent protagonists outside of the occasional yeah. Zelda is another political rep for the Hyrule Kingdom, so she would not say it. Sheik is Zelda. Sorry, spoilers. Ganondorf. Is Ganondorf black? Ganondorf is clearly black. Ganondorf isn't black. He's from the desert. He's Arabian coded. Look at him. He black. What you talking about, man? His skin is green. We're gonna make a category called Is Ganondorf black? Samus probably would not say it. She has a black friend. Dark Samus. I don't even think Dark Samus can talk. Zero Suit Samus is Samus, so again, would not say it. Ridley. The space pirates can talk in the comics. I don't know if Ridley says anything in the games. Would Ridley say it? I mean, he has genocidal tendencies, so if he could, he probably would. Yoshi. They removed Black Yoshi from this game in favor of the creepy fuzzy amiibo Yoshi. This is Black Yoshi Erasure. Anyways, some Yoshis do talk and other Yoshis don't talk. I think the baby Yoshi from Paper Mario 2 would say it, but the other adult Yoshis would not. Wario. I mean, look at him. Look at the staff he employs at WarioWare. Do you notice anything? Wario would say it. Kirby cannot talk in words, only Poyos. Meta Knight. I've seen him without his helmet on. Is Meta Knight black? He's blue! I saw the show. He's Spanish? They don't got the N-word in the Kirby universe. Meta Knight, he's too honorable, he would not say it. King DDD. Now the Cajun DDD in the TV show, yes, he'd say it. But DDD in the games? Well, I think in some of the games he can talk in speech bubbles, but other games he can't, if I remember correctly. Anyways, I'm torn because on one hand, in the older Kirby games, he's a greedy king capitalist asshole. Are the Waddle Dees slaves? But on the other hand, he ain't even that bad of a bad guy. My man's mostly just hungry, and in recent games, it seems like he's trying to clean up his act, so no, I don't think he would say it. Fox McCloud, probably not. Falco Lombardi, absolutely, freely says it with the hard R.
Are you gonna listen to that monkey?
Wolf O'Donnell, no, because he is friends with Panther. Now we got the Pokemon. Pikachu, Pichu, Jigglypuff, Greninja, Cineroar cannot talk. And in the cartoon, they only say their names, and the syllables in their name cannot form the N-word, except for maybe Greninja, and even then it would not be intentional. Now, of the Pokemon who can talk, sort of, Mewtwo can psychically think, and I ain't gonna hold ya, Mewtwo does look like Frieza. However, based on their character arc in the first Pokemon movie, Pokemon the first movie, I do not think Mewtwo would say it. Pokemon Trainer can be black in the more recent games, and Lucario can also psychically think, is based on Anubis, who is Egyptian, which is in Africa? We'll put Lucario with the is Ganondorf blackness. He literally fights both the police and the KKK in his game. Ness would be invited to the cookout. Lucas, his game ain't in America, and it sounds like he's sort of a silent protagonist. He probably wouldn't say it. Captain Falcon, while he's not a political figure, he is in the public eye, being a driver in the F-Zero Grand Prix. He's frequently on the news, so he would not say it for the sole reason of not wanting to get canceled on social media, nor wanting to intentionally pivot into alt-right media. You know, F-Zero ain't exactly NASCAR. There are standards. Ice climbers. The purple one would not say it, but the pink one would claim to have an N-word pass from having previously dated a black guy, and he was like, hey little shawty, you can say whatever you want as long as you keep giving me them ice cold BJs. Mr. Game & Watch. Is Mr. Game & Watch black? I'll put him in the is Ganondorf black tier. Rob the Robot is a toy who cannot talk. Now we got the Fire Emblem characters. It's always funny with these Smash character lists. You can always tell who has and has not played Fire Emblem, so they make shit up. But while I actually have played all of these games, including Roy's, I'm gonna make it real easy for myself. Marth, Hero King of Altea, political figure, wouldn't say it. Roy, Prince of Foray, political figure, wouldn't say it. Chrom, King of Elise, political figure, wouldn't say it. Lucina, Princess of Elise, political figure, wouldn't say it. Korn, Prince or Princess of Hoshido or Nor or Vala, depending on which game you play, political figure, wouldn't say it. Robin. Robin's dad looks like this, so a potential candidate for claiming to have an N-word pass, but they are potentially a political figure depending on who they marry. But more importantly, Robin is a tactician, and they know it's best to make allies by not antagonizing people by calling them slurs, so probably would not say it. Ike figuratively defeats racism in his game. Ike would be invited to the cookout. Byleth is a substitute teacher, so could be pushed to say it if in a class of some of y'all's rowdy ass kids who be acting a fool. Like I bet Sothis would be in Byleth's ear like the Green Goblin mask and be like, say it! Say it! Say it! Pit. I'm sorry y'all, but Pit is a gamer. Dark Pit can be black, which raises more questions than answers. Is Dark Pit black? Palutena is a fail goddess who's lived for thousands of years. Maybe she lived in a time where it was more socially acceptable to say it, but nowadays, I think she would say it while singing along to a song. Snake. Man, these wacky ass Metal Gear games, I would not be surprised if Snake would have to deactivate a nuclear missile launch from Shadow Moses by plugging in a Wii speak in a controller port 3 and yelling the N-word into the microphone. So yes, to protect America, Snake would say it. Sonic. Even though Sonic is black, Sonic would not say it. Pac-Man. I don't think Pac-Man can talk. I don't know. Mega Man. Mega Man can talk sometimes. I think AI chatbots are generally pre-programmed to not say the N-word, but if you ask them to list song lyrics uncensored, I think they would say it. So we'll go with the song tier. Captain Olimar can talk in Pikminese, but I don't think they can speak any sort of human language in Pikmin, so unless they find an ancient NWA vinyl album buried in the sand and are able to decipher the text, I think it's safe to say that Olimar would not say it. Villager can be black. Isabelle is a dog, but she ain't no dog, you know what I'm saying? Because I have met dogs that look like that, and while they cannot say it, I'm sure some of them are thinking it. But Isabelle probably says it while singing along to Cardi B alone in her office. Little Mac is an Italian American from the Bronx. His trainer Doc Lewis is black. Little Mac would not say it around Doc Lewis for fear of getting his ass beat, but around other people, he would claim to have an N-word pass. They ain't never gonna make another Punch-Out game, because that game was racist against everyone. Wii Fit Trainer, aka Yoga Karen. She probably makes TikTok workout videos where she plays Megan Thee Stallion songs. But if she was alone in her car, driving to yoga, or singing along to a Megan Thee Stallion song, she would skip that word. But if around other people and singing along, she would make sure everyone knows she did not say it. The Me Fighters. They are you, so I don't know. Would you? I'm just playing. They go in the can be black tier. Shulk? Nah, probably wouldn't. Pyra? Nah, she's too nice. But Mithra? Absolutely. She would not call anyone the N-word, but she would say it while singing along to a song, and someone in the party would correct her, but she would still do it anyways. CPUs are goofy sometimes. Look at this, man. This is a level 9 CPU. Duck Hunt Dog. Neither the dog nor the bird can talk, only laugh. Ryu from Street Fighter would not. But Ken? Ken Masters? Yeah, he would say it. Divorced ass man. Cloud. Despite all this shit he gets from Barrett throughout the game, I don't recall Cloud ever having called him the N-word, so I'll go ahead and assume he wouldn't say it. Sephiroth. I don't remember if him and Barrett directly exchange any dialogue, but Sephiroth does sort of kill him in the remake, so yeah, Sephiroth, the son of Hojo? Yeah, Sephiroth probably says it. Bayonetta would be invited to the cookout by her girlfriends. Inkling can be black. Also, the discussion around who should say the N-word and whether or not black people should say the N-word at all is outside of the scope of this video. You will not be receiving an opinion on that from me. Simon and Richter, they're from olden times, and I mean ye olden times. They would freely use it, thinking it's like the correct word you use to refer to people. Joker. You see, the thing about Joker is that Joker is Japanese, but Joker is a teenager, but worst of all, Joker is a gamer. I'll put Joker in the would say it while singing along to a song tier. And if he gets into trouble, he could always go with the classic VTuber excuse, which is, "What? I had no idea what that word meant." Sure you didn't. I believe you. Hero from Dragon Quest. I don't know if there are any black people in Dragon Quest. Regardless, silent protagonist does not speak. Banjo and Kazooie. Banjo would not say it, Kazooie would. And I do not need to elaborate. Terry Brogard. I've played Fatal Fury, but I don't know much about the Fatal Fury characters outside of the booby lady from porn. But Terry looks like a Florida man, so he would say it. Where was Terry Brogard on January 6th? Min Min. She's a shop owner. And look, I've been followed around in stores before, but I do not get that vibe from Min Min. She's like an Olympic athlete. She's used to being around people of different backgrounds than her. Minecraft Steve. This is your player character, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of the players or streamers of this game say it in voice chats or on Discord, but I don't think Steve the character would say it. Also, some people think Steve is black? I always thought he was just kind of racially ambiguous. Kazuya. Tekken is so funny because everyone is fluent in every language and can understand each other. Kazuya would say it in a positive sense and then claim to have an N-word pass because he's a sneakerhead. Which, like, if he wants to hook me up with a high-priced pair of Jordans instead of blasting me with his devil magic, then I don't care. He can say whatever the fuck he wants. In fact, here, I'll give you my N-word pass. Sora. I've barely played these games, so legitimate question here. Is there a single black person in Kingdom Hearts? Do you ever visit the Princess and the Frog world? Does Sora know what a black person is? Thanks for watching my YouTube video. I still haven't fixed that gas leak. If you enjoyed this video, check out the video that's on screen right now that Abraham Lincoln thinks is pretty cool. Today's comment code word is grits. Comment grits if you made it all the way through the video, and that's it, video's over.
You know that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word